Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It is your boy Noah Jones, and welcome to Today in Hip Hop, episode number 20. 20 episodes in, y'all, ladies and gentlemen. We doing it big. We having a good time. None other than Noah Jones bringing you the hip hop news. Yeah, today's episode is sponsored by Private Road Clothing. New clothing brand. It's a luxury brand. Make sure you check out privateroadclothing.com. If you about that fly shit like Gucci, Louis, Prada, Balenciaga, you will love Private Road Clothing. Today we have some Kanye West news. We have some Mel Murder news. And if you guys don't know who Mel Murder is, he is one of the co-defendants in the Tekashi 6ix9ine trial. He's already been sentenced. And then we have some news about a producer by the name of Detail. Yeah, some people may have heard of him. Other people have not. He's been laying low for quite some time, and there are some good reasons for that. Now, let's start this shit off with Kanye West. Kanye West says he is no longer making secular music, only gospel. Kanye West has recently been making a run for the release of his latest upcoming album, Jesus is King. Now the rapper has reportedly revealed that he will no longer be making secular music. During his Jesus is King, a Kanye West Experience event, Kanye announced that he won't be making secular music anymore, according to tweets from Andrew Barber of the Fake Shore Drive. Along with that, it was revealed that Kanye reportedly has Pusha T and Malice on a track together. Now, here's what I say. Here's how I feel about Mr. Kanye West. Okay, Mr. Kanye West. Now, we all know that church is the biggest business in the game. It's $1 billion industry, right? People do not pay taxes when it comes to church. Church is a business. Now, in my opinion, Kanye is pulling an ultimate fake move. I think he's pulling an ultimate fake move, ladies and gentlemen. And the reason why I feel like he's pulling an ultimate fake move is because a lot of Kanye's music is very derogatory. He has some very derogatory music, ladies and gentlemen. He talks about all kinds of stuff that is definitely not along the lines of a gospel record. Now, due to stuff like that, and the fact that his music hasn't been hot in a long time, he's trying to recreate himself. He's trying to recreate the lane. He's trying to do something different to where people can so he can bring attention to what he's doing, which is what's going on with this whole, his Sunday service thing that he got going on. You know what I mean? The church is a big business, and a lot of times, under religious purposes, you can make an awful lot of money. Look online. There's some of these mega churches out there that make millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars a year. This is the route that I feel Kanye West is trying to go down. You know, I think this is like a major cash grab for this guy. So, I don't know the authenticity of this. I don't believe that he's really genuine with this. You know, his entire catalog, mostly, especially all the last 2 or 3 albums, has been super derogatory music. It hasn't really been positive. The old Kanye, college dropout, late registration, that's the Kanye that I could suggest would be, particularly good at this type of music. Now, we all know Kanye doesn't write his own lyrics anyway, so maybe I'm jumping the gun. Maybe he'll get somebody that can write gospel for him and just basically translate his feelings into a record, how he feels. But I feel this is a cash grab. You know what I mean? His clothing isn't doing what it's supposed to do. He can't break into the fashion game like he really wants to. So I believe he's trying to reinvent himself, which, look, first and foremost, there's nothing wrong with reinventing yourself, especially if it's genuine and it's honest. But I don't believe that Kanye is being honest in this situation. I think it's a cash grab. I feel like he's doing this so that way he can, not pay taxes on a lot of his stuff and funnel the income that he's trying to make into the church thing. Because like I said, church is a big business, So now, let's move on. We're going to jump into Mel Murder. It says, Mel Murder asked judge for a second chance following Tekashi's testimony. According to documents obtained by XXL, Tekashi 6ix9ine's former associate Jamel Mel Murder Jones, shout out to the Joneses in the building, hey, wrote to Judge Paul Engelmeyer to ask for a second chance. Jones's lawyer, Scott Lehman, asked the judge for a 78-month sentence, and he included an apology letter from Jones. In April, Jones, the alleged leader, remember, he was the alleged leader of the 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods, the head of the organization where people were getting shot at, killed, robbed, illegal activity, drug activity, gang activity. He pled guilty to 1 count of racketeering conspiracy and 1 count of participating in a narcotics distribution conspiracy. Jones is expected to be sentenced on October 17th, and he is facing up to 20 years for the racketeering charge and up to 40 years for the distribution charge. So he's facing up to 60 years, ladies and gentlemen. While he wasn't included in the recent 8-day case involving fellow 9 Trey gang members Nuke Mack and Anthony Harv Ellison, Jones's name was brought up several times. A phone call between Jones and a Dipset rapper Jim Jones, where Jim alludes to Tekashi needing to be violated, was played in court. In a letter, Jones told Judge Engelmeyer, that he wanted a chance to be there for his family, especially his 19-year-old daughter and 5-year-old son. He wrote, "Please allow me to return to them as soon as possible. I don't need a whole lot of time to fix myself. I need counseling and for you to believe in me and see that I am not the monster they paint me to be." We got a copy of the letter, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go into the letter. It says, "I hope this letter reaches you and you are in good health and spirits. As for me, I am just sitting at MDC thinking about a lot of poor choices I've made in life. When I think back, a lot of my issues started when I was a young kid just trying to belong. Coming up as a kid, I did not really have a positive role model in my life. I found myself as a very angry teenager because of the things I experienced and the things that I saw at home behind closed doors. I took to the streets heavy at the age of 14. A lot of my friends suffered the same way I did, or worse, so we became each other's comfort blankets. The older guys in my neighborhood that embraced us were thugs off the corner, and they were involved in illegal activities like drugs and violence. But at least they seemed to care about our well-being, or so we thought at the time. In reality, I can see now that they were really just molding us to become young criminals because they knew we really had nobody and were gullible young kids looking to fit in and find father figures. We looked to these guys for the love we were missing. That is when the United Blood Nation came into my life at 15 years of age. Between my anger and loyalty to the game, I made a lot of bad decisions trying not to let the gang down. By the time I was 18 going on 19 years old, my childhood sweetheart, Dawn Gillespie, gave birth to my beautiful daughter. That's when I realized I wanted more for myself, my child, and for my heart. Dawn, but the streets had a hold on me. I was at war in my own head. I wanted to fall back from the gang life and do the right thing by my family, but I felt like I was somehow being wrong to my gang family. Because at that point, I really believed that they had been there for me when I had no one. What I did was try to distance myself as much as possible. I started working in the music industry. I got signed to Diplomat Records when I was 24 years old, and things were looking up for me. I found myself staying away from negativity, but I was becoming very popular with that life, and came a lot of envy, money, and women. This all caused me to lose Dawn because of my own cheating and inability to be home because of demands of touring and a life in the industry. I found myself become depressed and falling back on my old ways, going back to the streets because I was not happy. I had lost my earlier life. Even though I now had money and fame, I felt like something was missing. A lot of dormant anger from my childhood came back to the surface. When I tried to return to the game, they were mostly only concerned with my present reputation and what I could do for them financially. And it was at that point that I realized that their love was never genuine. They gave me a position of authority because of who I was and my age, and during that time in my mind, I decided that I was done with the streets, but I still tried to keep ties with some of the guys I knew from the gang. I know that's where I went wrong. My real family, I now realize, was my mother, my daughter, my aunts, and my brother. I got back together with Dawn, and she gave me a baby boy. My pride and joy. I realized I have to break the cycle because I don't want my son or daughter going through what I did. I want the best for them. I know I should have woken up and realized this earlier, especially when I was shot 5 times and my loved ones almost lost me. Now I find myself caught up in this case, and this is the first time I'm in real serious trouble. But I can promise you that it will be my last. I am not a part of the violence in my case, and this federal arrest has been a real wake-up call for me. I sincerely apologize for all my actions, and I take full responsibility. I ask for leniency and a second chance to return to my children as soon as possible. I want to return to my family and right all my wrongs so I can be there for them. They need me, and I definitely need them. It is a must that I break the cycle. It is killing me that I'm not there for my children and my loved ones. I am completely done with the streets. I plan to change my environment as well as the company that I keep. To me, right now, the most important company to keep is that of my family and my children. Please allow me to return to them as soon as possible. I don't need a whole lot of time to fix myself. I need counseling and for you to believe in me and see that I am not the monster they paint me to be. Please understand that I am human, and I ask you for a second chance. Respectfully submitted, Jamel Jones. Now, first and foremost, the minute this guy had kids, he should have had his wake-up call. These type of people glorify this lifestyle until they get caught. Now he's regretting all the bad things that he did. Now he's making excuses for all the things that happened to him in his past as a reason and a means to justify what he was doing, hurting and harming other innocent people. Now, as a victim of child abuse myself, I don't abuse my children. I know what's right and I know what's wrong. Once you get to a certain age and your brain develops, you can tell that there is a difference between right and wrong. He knew what he was doing was wrong. He had a little celebrity, he had a little fame, he had a little money, and that's where the saying, you need to quit while you're ahead, comes in. He was so involved in the streets that he was willing to risk his entire family existence to be in the streets playing the street life. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is a stupid move. He played a stupid game and he won a stupid prize. I, for one, have no sympathy for this guy. None whatsoever. When you play in these streets, especially nowadays, where you know that social media and everybody has a camera and everybody has a smartphone and they can track you wherever you go via GPS and the coordinates and bounce your cell phone off of towers and triangulate where you're located at, there's no reason why this guy should have been involved in the streets. These people need to learn how to use their celebrity in order to leverage money. They need to learn how to make money on the internet and make money using their celebrity instead of doing illegal activities. There is no way for you to succeed in that game nowadays. There's too many nosy, jealous, and sharp people out there. And due to ego, and due to the fact that people always want to shine and always want to be seen, they end up ruining things for themselves. There's too many different factors. You can't keep your circle small when you have people out there clout chasing. You can't keep the energy and the cameras off you when you're standing behind one of the hottest rap artists in the game right now. These type of situations is what ruins lives, ladies and gentlemen. So I have no sympathy for this guy. And you're right, he's saying he's gonna change, well, he has no choice. He has no choice but to change his environment, to change who he's around. He's looking at 60 years. They're gonna put this guy away for all of the things that he's done in his past. They're going to make an example out of this guy. And you know what? Like I said, I don't feel sorry for him. You know, I have children. I realized that once I had kids, there are certain things you do and certain things you don't do. There are certain risks you do not take as a family man and as a father if you appreciate your children. Now, this guy obviously didn't appreciate things, because what did he do? He continued with the street life. keeping himself in jeopardy. Now he's away in jail for almost 60 years. And he believes, because Tekashi's probably getting out, that he feels like he deserves a second chance. Him having children was his second chance. That was his cue to get out of the lifestyle. You need to learn when to hold them and when to fold them. You need to know when to get out. This guy obviously did not know when to get out. And now he's paying for it. But he knew the risks going in. I'm pretty sure he saw people around him getting locked up and thrown in jail. None of that was enough wake-up call for him. He wanted to continue like it wouldn't happen to him. Therefore, he gets what he deserves. So, feel sorry for his children, but I don't feel sorry for him. We make our beds, we lay in them. You play the stupid game and ding, 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 ding. Guess what? You win a stupid prize, ladies and gentlemen. Grand prize winner, male murder. We share the same last name of Jones, but we're two different people, ladies and gentlemen. Two different people. Now, let's move on to our final story of the day. Producer by the name of Detail reportedly loses $15 million rape lawsuit in default judgment. Previously, producer by the name of Detail was accused of rape and emotional abuse by two singers, and one of the alleged victims, Christina Butch, filed a lawsuit against the producer. Now, news surfaced noting Detail has lost a $15 million rape lawsuit because of a default judgment. According to the Associated Press, Detail and his attorney failed to respond to court summons, which led to a judge ruling in Butch's favor. Detail has noted that the accusations from Butch, along with two other lawsuits, have led to his career being impacted in a negative manner and ultimately led to him getting evicted. Detail has been accused of assault or sexual misconduct by 6 women in total. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. This guy is a fucking serial rapist. 6 women? This is Bill Cosby Jr., ladies and gentlemen. This nigga is a sexual predator. Now, it's crazy how he says that the lawsuits impacted him in a negative manner and led to him getting evicted. How about his actions led to him getting evicted? You see, here's the thing about the industry that a lot of people don't understand. Some people get in the game because they're talented, and some people get in the game because they never got bitches before. They never had money before. They never been popular before. They never had attention before. And they feel like the music industry is their gateway to getting all the things that they did not get as a child. All the attention. Because you know, when you got money, even the ugly niggas look good to the bitches. When you got money, the ugly niggas look good to the bitches. So he figured, okay, well, since I ain't never had no bitches, I'll get in here, and my lack of self-esteem, even when these women tell me no, I'll just take what I want anyway, because I'm the man. What's done in the dark will come to light, ladies and gentlemen. And because he didn't want to show up to any of these cases and face the music, now he's lost the judgment. $15 million. Hopefully he can afford it. If not, he's going to be getting garnished for the rest of his life. And if he does not pay, he will land in jail. I don't know if they're going to bring up criminal charges on this guy, but $15 million is a civil suit, so he's going to be broke for life. For life. Just because he couldn't leave these females alone. It's a damn shame. You need to control your urges. Or you need to tighten up your game so much to where these women will want to do things with you. You know, some guys are just socially awkward. Some guys have money and they just awkward. They just don't know how to talk to a woman. Or some guys know exactly how to talk to women and they're just not financially successful. It goes both ways. You know, you'll see ugly niggas with fine bitches because they dress nice or they smell nice or they got bread. By the same token, you may see somebody that's socially awkward that knows how to talk to women or is a weirdo that knows how to talk to women, and he'll get all the females. So, that is one of the things that's going on. This man has lost a $15 million rape lawsuit. I don't feel bad for him either. They need to throw this nigga under the jail. There's so many women out there that are willing to be a part of somebody's life, especially if you treat them good. And he's out here shoplifting the pootie. This nigga out here stealing the cooter. You are not supposed to steal the cooter, Detail. Obviously, Detail didn't know all the details. This nigga lost the most. This nigga, he's missing the most important detail, that you're not supposed to just take what you want. 6 women, he's a serial rapist, bro. I hope he gets what he deserves. Obviously, he lost the lawsuit, so the money will be deducted by any means necessary. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is today's show. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am your boy Noah Jones. Remember, stop by Private Road Clothing and pick up something hot. Up and coming clothing line, luxury. And I appreciate y'all tuning in. I have fun doing these, man. 20 episodes in. Make sure you share it. Tell somebody about it. Play it for somebody. If you need the newest hip-hop news. And a tale and a joke with a smile from my point of view. Remember, it's my point of view, man. Don't get mad. It's just how I feel. It's my point of view. It's how I feel about the shit that's going on in the rap game. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later. Peace.